and I'm gonna do this really hard question that I forgot to go over, or I went over, but some of you may have not seen it. So I'm gonna go over this one, and then I'm gonna go over the rest of the geometry section of the test. Okay. So let me open my iPad here. So you have your question says which of the following expressions is a factor of x plus 2b, where b is a positive integer constant. So the first thing I notice with all of the choices that the two things are the same in every one of them. It's 3x squared and then 14b. Then the all the x's are different. So okay, so we know that. So if you try to do it normally, like try to factor normally, you do your x, you do your 42b. You don't know what this number would be, right? So instead, what we do is we're just gonna gonna see. So for polynomials where like it's like ax plus b, oh ax squared plus bx plus c, right? Where the a is greater than 1, right? Or the a is sorry, not greater, it's just not equal to 1. Then you could just the factor form is always ax plus number, right? Times x plus number, or yeah, that's all you have to know. So this is not 1. We know we can just cheat a little bit, right? Cheat a little bit because we also are trying to find our x plus 2b, so we can cheat. So we can grab 3x squared and turn that. So we know that as 3x times x. Then we have our 14b. We can turn that into 7 times 2b because we want our 2b in our equation here and our x in this equation here, in the same equation, right? And then so what we do from here, we can just use this thing again, where like you have your 3x there, x there, and then your 7, and your yeah, and your 7 goes here, and your 2b's here. Because yeah, that's correct. Okay, so then you have your now you have 3x plus 7 times x plus 2b. So now you have this, right? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use distributive property. I'm gonna do this and this, right? To this entire thing. So I have 3x times x plus 2b plus 7 times x plus 2b. Okay, right? And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply it out. So this is going to turn to 3x squared plus 6xb plus 7x plus 14b, right? And then see, I have this in the middle here. I have my 14b and I have my 3x already, right? So let's move up to a different page. I'll rewrite it. 3x squared plus what's it? Plus 6xb plus 7x. Okay, yeah. Plus 14b. So then I see I have my 14b first, and then my 3x squared here. So I see I have this, and I can factor out x because this is, we know that all the x's are going to be separate, right? It'll be different. That's what we're trying to find for trying to figure out which one is actually makes b a positive integer constant. So 3x squared, I keep that, and then I take out the x from here and from here. So x, and then 6b plus 7 plus 14b. Now from here, what I see, I look at all the answer choices. Answer choice A has 7x. Answer choice B, look at the middle number, has 28x. And then C has 42x, and D has 49x. So I'm just going to set each of these equal to whatever, you know. So 6b plus 7 is equal to 7. B here is just equal to 0. So it has to be a positive integer constant, which is not, so it's not A. 6b plus 7 equals 28. And this one, b is equal to, let's see here. 21 over 6. That's not integer, so it can't be b. 6b plus 7 is equal to 42x. And then b here is equal to 35 divided by 6 is not positive integer constant, or it's not integer, I mean. And then 6b plus 7 equals 49. This one b is equal to 42 by 6, and that is an integer because that's divisible by 6. It makes it a whole number, and it gives me it doesn't matter what it gives me, but it would give me 7. Yeah, give me 7, and so I know D is the correct answer because it's the only one that actually put B as a positive integer, or as an integer, because these are all not integers because they're fractions, and this one's not an integer because it's 0. It's also not positive or constant. What is a constant, but it's not like positive or an integer. Okay. Let's see here. So I'll do 5, 6, 7, and then 10. Oh, not 5. We already did 5. 6. Okay. So in triangle XYZ, where Y is a right angle, the measure of angle Z is 33. The length of YZ is 26. If the area and square units of triangle XYZ can be represented by K tan 33, where K is a constant, what is the value of K? Okay, so you have your triangle, right, where you have your X, Y, Z. I'll do that. So right angle, Z is like 30. Oh, let's do here 30 degrees, and length of YZ is 26 units. So you already know that the area, area of a triangle is equal to length times width, length times base or height times 1/2, right? So in this equation, you're looking at K times the tangent of 33. Okay, so you already know that what is it? The tangent of this angle is just going to be this length, or let me choose different color, please. It's going to be this side, right? Because you know that tangent is obviously SOHCAHTOA. Yeah, but usually SOHCAHTOA, it's opposite over adjacent. So it's this over this, right? Okay. So actually, no, that should be wrong. That's not that one. Sorry about it. It should not be hypotenuse actually, because it's supposed to be whatever. Oh, I was sorry, I just wasn't showing it. Here's the iPad I was looking at. So if you look at what it says here, right? In triangle XYZ is given that Y is a right angle, and thus XY is the opposite leg of Z, and YZ is adjacent to the length of the leg, adjacent to blah blah blah. If I was at tan Z, okay, yeah, this one, so tan 30, right, or tan Z is equal to xy over xz. You know that because it's like opposite over adjacent. It's the opposite, it's the adjacent, right? So you know that tan of 33 is equal to x, y, oh, this is supposed to be yz for 26, right? So stay with me here. So multiply both by 26, right? You get 26 tan of 33 is equal to x, y. So therefore, so xy is equal to 26 times tan of 33. And then, so the area of a triangle is half the product, half the blah blah of its length to the side, right? So since YZ is already a side, since we already have one side, which is 26, right? And then, so that means we have to know that something times that, or let's see here. And for the length of xy is 2610. Since yz is 26, yeah, the length of xy is 26, 10, 33. The area of triangle xyz is 1/2 times 26 times 26 tan of 33. Oh, okay, I see. So we solve for this side already, right? And then since the area of a triangle of tree is equal to length times height times 1/2, and since you already know that one of the lengths is 26, so you have your 26, and then you have that, and you have that, and this is the other length right here, the 26 tan 33 times 26 tan of 33, and then you have to multiply that by 1/2, of course. And then so here, all you would have to do, you just have to multiply the 1/2 times 26 times 26, because it already gives that already gives the formula. This is the area formula, right? Or this is, and then you already have to multiply it by tan 33. So we don't have to multiply, or we don't have to solve for tan 33. You only have to solve for this part k, and we just do that by timesing the 26's together, or times 1/2. So that should give you 338. Let me check to make sure. Yep, 338. Okay. Oh yeah, here's the work if you didn't see it. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, area of a triangle, you go to length times height times 1/2. This is one of the sides, this is one of the sides. So you just do multiply that, the 26, which is one of the sides, times the other side, and then times that by the 1/2. And you should get this final answer once you multiply the 26, and 1/2, because the formula it gave us already has the tangent, so we don't need to solve for the tangent. Okay. Okay. 7. Okay, wait. So a cube has an edge length of 68 inches. A solid sphere with a radius of 34 inches is inside the cube, such that the sphere touches the center of each face of the cube. A continuous cubic sketch, what is the volume of the space in the cube not taken up by the sphere? This is a pretty straightforward question. So the cube has an edge length of 68, or the cube has a side length of 68 as well. So you know that. So you know the volume of cube, right, is equal to s cubed. And then so it gives you radius of the sphere, 34, and then you know the volume of the sphere is equal to pi r squared. So all you have to do is do s cubed minus pi r squared to get volume that is not taken up by the sphere. So you do your 68 cubed minus your pi times 34 squared. That should give you, let me open my Desmos. Sorry about that. Cubed minus pi times 34 squared. So it should get you approximately 800, and it's like 3188 something. I wrote that there. But so now if we look at the answers, we can see that you get the 310,800, which is what we got. If you look here, that's what we got after I looked. And then so this should be the answer. Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I used the wrong formula for the sphere. My bad. So this is wrong. This is wrong. So the volume of the sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cubed not pi r squared. Pi r squared is the area of the circle. Sorry about that. So it should be s cubed minus pi. Oh, I almost did it again. 4 pi, or 4/3 pi r cubed. So it's 68 cubed minus 4/3 pi times what is it? 34 cubed. And what to do is put them in decimals now. So you should get 149,795. And I saw that all in whole numbers, so I'm not gonna bother writing down the decimals. And C right there. Yep, it's approximately equal. So it should give you A. Good thing I checked the answer instead of just skipping. Sorry about that. Anyway, and then so now you have a circle in the xy plane as diameter with two endpoints 2, 4 and 2, 14. Okay. An equation of the circle is x minus 2 squared plus y minus 9 squared equals r squared. R is positive constant. What is the value of r? So this one is a pretty straightforward question. So so it gives you two endpoints. So if you do it like right here, this is like this is x equals 2, by the way. And let me do that. Let me draw that better, actually. This is x equals 2. Okay, and then you have this. So we just draw this as y equals 4, y equals 14. This is to help you visualize it. So let me draw, this is the circle right here. Right, since they both have the same x value, or just any, since they both have the same x value, you know that it's just going to be a completely straight line. That means it's just the diameter. So the diameter is equal to 10, and you know that radius is 1/2, or radius is equal to 1/2 of the diameter. So you just have to take half of 10. So r is equal to 5. And it gives you the formula. Blah blah blah. This is just the equation of the circle. Remember, I tell you guys, this is the center. This is the radius, and then this is here. So where r is probably should be 5. Yep. Well, this is like the complicated version where you just use the distance formula, but it's just the same thing I did. Yeah. And just make sure you guys saw that correctly and everything. Oh, maybe I didn't show you, but sorry. This is your y equals 4, y equals 14, x equals 2 at the same point, like the points right here. It's just diameter. This between them is just the diameter because they have the same x point. Well, I guess. Ooh, actually, that could have been really bad. That could have been really wrong if that was the if that wasn't the center. But one more thing. So if you look at the question here, it says x minus 2. So you know that the center is at 2, 9, because he gives you the formula right here. So that's why we can do it. That's why we can use this as a diameter. This straight line is the diameter. If that makes sense. The center's at 2, 9. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. That should be it.